Hello dear English learners, I am Mr. Sall and I am very happy to present our today's lesson. Our today's lesson is on writing official letters. Okay, a letter to an official authority, writing a complaint letter. Okay, so this consists of a heading, letter content, format, and also paragraphs. First of all, when you write a letter, you have the heading, which consists of the addressee's name. First, you give the name of the addressee. The addressee is the person to whom you write the letter. You write their name, and then you write their position, meaning their job, what they do. And after that, you write their address. After the addressee's details, you give in the other side of the corner of the letter the addresser's name, meaning the person who writes, their name, their profession, what they do, and also their address. You give their address. So after all this now, you give the date when you write the letter. For example, you have Monday, the 17th of April 2023, or you have Monday, April the 17th, 2023. Then after the date, you give the title. You write, dear, and then you add the title of the person to whom you are writing. For example, dear minister, dear president, dear mayor, etc. All right. So after this, you move to the paragraphs. The first paragraph consists of stating the point of your letter. Stating the point of your letter, meaning what are you writing for? The purpose of your writing. Why are you writing this letter? This is the first paragraph. You say why you are writing this letter. And after this now, you move to your second paragraph. In this second paragraph, you give details about the issue, as many as possible to raise awareness. At this level, you give as much information as possible to let the person to whom you are writing know about what you are complaining about. Okay, so after the first paragraph, you move to the second paragraph. At this level, you give details about the issue, as many as possible to raise awareness. Okay, here you talk about anything that you think is important for the person to whom you are writing the letter. To have knowledge about it. Okay, now you can move to the third paragraph. At this level, you can state the consequences of the problem. Okay, the impact of the problem you raised on you and on your environment. Okay, the consequences of the problem that you are talking about on you and on your environment. And then you can move to the fourth paragraph. At this level, you ask the official to take the appropriate measures. You ask them to take the appropriate measures. You can also propose, or suggest solutions. First you ask them to give solutions, or you can give them solutions. Finally, you can move to your last paragraph. In the last paragraph, you can end it with, respectfully, with hope, for total satisfaction, for total satisfaction. So here, and then now after you have ended this fifth paragraph, okay, you can write your name and sign. Okay, you can write your name and sign, and you finish your letter. Okay, so now let's move to another part which is very important for your writing, for your letter writing. So here we are going to talk about useful phrases for your letter. For the title, okay, for target people or addresses, first for civilians you can say dear Mr., Miss, Mrs., okay, and then you add the name. Example, dear Mr. Joe, okay, dear sir, okay, dear madam. For unknown person, a person that you don't know. For military, okay, corps or soldiers or military hierarchy, officers by admiral, navy, okay, or marshal, okay, my general, my colonel, my commander, my captain, lieutenant, okay. So these are for military corps, soldiers, and military hierarchy. And after that, okay, you have members of the parliament or MP, senators, okay, here you say honorable. And for diplomat corps, ambassadors or consuls, you can say His Excellency. Okay, for royal or royalty or royals, okay, for kings and queens, you say His or Her Royal Majesty. His or Royal Majesty. For prince and princess, you can say His or Her Royal Highness. For religious men, for example, the Pope, you can say His Holiness. And for archbishops, you can say my Lord. Now let's move, okay, to another part which is very important for phrases, okay, meaning the phrases you should mention in your letter. For the first paragraph, okay, at this level, as I said earlier, you talk about the point of your letter. So when you talk about the point of your letter, you can say I am, or we are writing to inform you. This you can use this one, or we are in trouble with, okay, we are still facing, okay, we meet with these difficulties, and then you mention the problem you want to talk about, okay. You can say we find it hard to, because owing to. Thank you. Okay, and then you give details or illustrations. In fact, for example, you can say in fact, indeed, we are short of, we are in trouble with, we are still facing, we meet with these difficulties, or we find it hard because of, owing to, and then you give all the details that you want to give. And then you move to your third paragraph. Here, as we said, you talk about the consequences of the problem you have raised. Here you can use phrases like other consequence, okay. You can say also this result in, consequently or incidentally, and then or therefore. You can say also thus, okay, this engenders, and then you talk about the consequences. This favors, or you can say this brings about, okay, it also affects, this has repercussion on, and then you give the consequences. For your fourth paragraph here, as you are waiting for solutions, or you propose solutions, as we said, you can say, would you be sensitive, and then you ask them, okay, solutions, or you propose, okay, would you be understanding enough to put an end, and then you talk about it. And then, would you take strong measures, would you settle out, okay, or you can say simply, we would like you to, and then you give your solution, or we want you to, okay, or you say, why don't you, and then you propose your solution, or you can say, it would be wiser to, and then you suggest your solution. And for the last paragraph here, as we said, you end your letter with hope. Okay, you can say simply, we are looking forward, okay, to hearing from you with entire or total satisfaction. and then you end your letter by saying simply respectfully yours, or there are other phrases that you can use. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson. Okay, thank you very much.